So DJs fly and do shows every once in a while. I've seen a lot of this recently. It's like, hey, I'm going to X, Y, and Z. Does anybody know of someone there who can rent gear? And it got me thinking, would you, now there's going to, two situations here. A DJ's flying in, one that you've maybe met online or you met at a DJ conference, and then a second one that you've never met them before. They're just reaching out cold. Would you rent to either of them if they were like, hey, can I rent some gear so I can go do a wedding in your market? Dan, I think you're first, maybe.
So person number one,
you know them.
Yes, you know them, and you connected in a way more than just a little happenstance. I would say yes. Person number two, I'm a little bit more leery. I'm not set up to do rentals. Like if I had a rental position and with my business, I think that's a whole other animal. And in that case, I would in a heartbeat. But I'm in a situation where if this person who comes in and decides they're going to rent from me and they damage something, I'm stuck.
Sure.
Right. If they decide to wait a little bit to pay on it, I'm stuck for a bit, right? And trying to scramble to put something together because I've rented out either my main system or my backup, and either way, I don't have one or the other if they damage it. So my gut says that for those two places.
Your thoughts, Cubbie?
I like Dan's gut. I would say number one is no brainer. Know the guy. I feel comfortable doing it. Number two, I'd have to investigate a little bit. As a multi-op, I do have some additional gear. It's not like, so I always have stuff on standby. I guess I'd have to research a little bit, and they'd have to prepay and probably leave an additional $500. I would return to them once the equipment came back in great condition. Nothing blown, nothing. And I would literally test it with them, set it back up really fast and test the speakers out, make sure they're not blown and things. I would look at it. I'd look at it realistically, but I do have a lot of extra gear being a multi-op. I'm not trying to flex or anything. It's just, you just got to have it on hand in case something goes down.
For sure.
Versus getting it shipped in. I would have to look at it seriously, but I'd probably have to ask for additional retainer that would be returned to them upon return of the equipment, and it'd definitely be prepaid.
My thought is the first one where I know somebody, I would rent them the stuff or let them use the stuff, whatever, and they get it and go. The second one, and I have done this one, is either myself or one of our staff has to go. So basically, that in order for that to go out, they're going to be paying the rate for our DJ to go out there with the what a show would cost for the night. And the one particular time that did happen, they paid the amount. It wasn't the client, or as far as it wasn't the DJ, the client paid it. And our person went, set the gear up and had it all ready to go. And they DJ'd the night. And then at the end of the night, our person brought it all home. And they said that the guy was they're like, he doesn't even do kind of some of the stuff we do. He was very fade in, fade out type of thing at that time, and it wasn't even that why they paid him to come up here. But that's what it was, and it worked very, very well. So, yeah, if you do it and do it right, or protect yourself, that's a big part of it. So, Mr. Lenstra, that's our next question. We're actually going to do that one quick, and then we're going to wrap up here.